Hey, Russell Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it for the daily check-in. I do it around noon. This is a nooner. It's about 12:15. Sorry, I'm a little late, but the internet is full of drama, right? So I said, you know what? People normally listen or check out things when they see things that maybe some importance there. So what I did, I said, let me put up this, breaking news kind of thing and see if that draws more people in there. So it's all about the drama, right? You guys know that. Hope you guys are well. Today is Hump Day, so happy Hump Day to you. It's August 23rd, which is it's Wednesday, right? I do these daily check-ins. I do them daily, Monday through Friday, um, around noon. Like I said, I talk about everything hospitality, or a little bit of about hospitality because it's only about 20, 30 minutes, right? So I can't go into to full hospitality mode, but I'll give you enough information, right? So I normally have an agenda. I always talk about different things. But I did want to thank a couple people, and I'm gonna get to that in a couple of minutes. Let me just make sure my chat is on because I didn't put it on. You guys should feel free to make comments if you want to. The chat is open. In fact, let me make sure I turn that down. So chat away, make comments, say hey, what's going on, how you doing, whatever you want to do, it'll be fine. So let me just think I'm live. Am I live? So I'm live on LinkedIn and YouTube, right? So yes, I am. So I just want to make sure that is the case. Yep. So we're about 2 minutes in. So there you go. So like I said, I have an agenda that I always talk about. Not the same agenda, but just a couple of things that I talk about. But first and foremost, I'm not sure if you guys saw yesterday's On Air with Russell of Hotels live hospitality talk show. That was yesterday. Comes on every Tuesday at 1 o'clock PST. Live on LinkedIn, live on YouTube, just like this is. But I had a young lady on here yesterday. Her name is Miss Martine Flowers. She's with a company called Smile Hospitality Incorporated, based in Atlanta, but she's buying a hotel in Jamaica. So we talked about her journey to buying a hotel, and not just a hotel. It's 17 keys or 17 rooms, but the big thing about this hotel is that it's 100% sustainable. Okay, and they take advantage of wind, water, and sun. Right? I mean, who thinks about stuff like that, right? So of course, the backdrop had to be something tropical, kind of things like that. So I said, what backdrop do I have that's close to Jamaica? So this is my backdrop that's close to Jamaica. So since I'm talking about it, I said, what the heck? Let me just throw that on there. But yeah, but Miss Martine Flowers, if you did not see it, please feel free to go back and listen to the replay or watch the replay, which is right there on my LinkedIn page, Russell L. Edmond, the same page you're looking at me right now. You can look at that video, that show from yesterday. It's a live hospitality talk show. We talked about, she was in the Air Force. We talked about that. We talked about leadership. We talked about, what was the deciding factor on her wanting to open up a hotel opposed to building a hotel. Why Jamaica? All those things we talked about. She had a health scare, a health issue. We talked about those things and how that kind of pushed her into doing this, right? So into buying a hotel. So we talked about a little bit of everything. And is there a blueprint for buying a hotel? We talked about that. So it was really enlightening because I didn't know a lot about her because you meet people. I meet people on LinkedIn all the time. This is how I met her, right? So she reached out to me a couple of months ago, and we had a brief conversation. And I say, well, hey, she wanted to come on the show and talk about what she was doing. I'm like, hey, let's do it. So I went in not knowing a lot of information, and it's funny because she had asked me. And a lot of people ask me this question before they come on the show, like, what are we going to talk about? What questions are you going to ask? Well, I look for an organic show, right? Just like here. I don't know what the heck I'm going to talk about. I look for something organic, meaning I want people to come on and not knowing what we're going to have a conversation about. And it's just that. It's a conversation. It's never an interview. I'm not looking for a job. She wasn't looking for a job, right? So it's not an interview situation. It's more two people trying to get to know each other, right? Like, okay, she's doing this. We're both in hospitality, but how did she get in hospitality? Okay, what was her journey? What was her path? Because no two people got in this industry alike. So we talk about that, right? So if nothing, if you don't listen to it for anything else, you can just see the organicness of the conversation, right? Because like I said, no one knows the questions I'm going to ask. A lot of times I don't even know the questions. What I do, just so you guys know, I write bullet points based on what I think I know or based on what I want to know about this person or the project that they're working on. I do bullet points and I formulate questions from the bullet points. So I think I did about 10 bullet points, and I may not get to all the bullet points, but because one question I ask may go to another question, may go to another answer, and it just feed on that, right? So that's basically how I do the conversations, not interviews. That's basically how I do the conversations. So, and it tends to make people a lot more comfortable, makes me more comfortable, and it makes them more comfortable. So that's what it's all about, right? But make sure you go back, listen to the replay or watch the replay of On Air with Russell of Hotels, yesterday's show, which was the 20th, what was yesterday? The 21st? No, yesterday was the 20th. Okay. So yesterday, Tuesday. Dang, I can't even think. So just make sure you check that out. Her company, once again, is Smile Hospitality Incorporated. Her name is Miss Martine Flowers. And you can see the ticker right there. It's going rather slow, right? Because I want people to see. First of all, thank you, Miss Flowers, for agreeing to come on. She's the founder of Smile Hospitality Incorporated. And I put her website there just so you can check it out. Now, she's unable to give me the name of the hotel at this point, but she's going to keep me abreast when they actually do close on it, which is supposed to be in September. So once it closes in September, I'll make sure I come back and talk about that. Maybe have her back on and, talk a little bit more about the name and some of the things that she's going to be doing as far as the sustainability and things like that. So very interesting conversation. So make sure you guys check that out. Okay. Once again, this is my daily check-in, Russell of Hotels Daily Check-in. So make sure you guys, if you want to make conversation, you can throw something in the chat. Look at this right here. This right on cue too. Now, I didn't have this conversation with her that I was going to be doing, this live at this time, and then she can just chime in. But thank you so much, Miss Martine Flowers. It says, thank you. It was a pleasure chatting with you. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, and I'll put that on the screen right there. See, that's what it looks like in real time. This is a real time thing. So thank you, Miss Martine Flowers, I appreciate you coming on and just kind of thanking me. You know what? You're more than welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you coming on, sharing your story. No two people got in this industry alike, like I always say. And it was true yesterday when we had this conversation, right? So, but hopefully the questions I asked weren't too hard, and I know they weren't, but we made it fun. And I like to laugh, right? I like to have a good time, and we were able to, to laugh and talk about some of the things, leadership, from her being in the Air Force to coming in the hospitality industry, the difference between that and, how basically the Air Force, basically prepared her for a life in hospitality, right? So it's great. So the conversation, like I said, went from Air Force. Did you know she was a pilot? I mean, we went to that. We went to a lot of things. She wanted to be an astronaut back in the day, right? Coming up. So, I mean, we talked about a lot of different things. It was just basically an organic conversation. And that's what these things are all about. So there you go. But moving forward, job alert, right? So I get a text, email, instant message yesterday from a good friend of mine, Miss Michelle Carlin. She's the CEO and president of Alignment. I can't even speak. Like I said, Alignment Advising. Okay, so she's in charge of finding some people that may be interested in a position at Visit Concord. The position is Sales and Business Development Manager. Okay, so Concord is in Northern California. It's it's closer to it is in the Bay Area, outside of Oakland, San Francisco, that area over there, next to Walnut Creek, if you guys know that area. But if anyone's interested, please feel free to reach out to Miss Michelle Carlin. I have the ticker going like extra slow. It's at the bottom in yellow. Michelle at alignmentadvising.com. So if you're interested in that position, she'll be able to give you all the ins and outs, all the details, all the specifics. Now, Visit Concord is a CVB of Convention and Visitors Bureau. It's like that tourism arm for the city of Concord, right? So anything tourism comes through, Visit Concord. So it's also called a DMO, which stands for Destination Marketing Organization. So the CVB and DMO, those terms or those acronyms are interchangeable. They mean basically the same thing. It's just that, back in the day when I came in, CVB, that was it, right? Oh, it works for a CVB, Convention and Visitors Bureau. Well, now it's called a Destination Marketing Organization. So it's the same thing though, right? But I guess it just depends on when you got into the industry as to what they call it now. But it's the same thing. It's an interchangeable term. But if you're interested, bottom line, are you interested in the position? You got all the skills and everything. You want to send your resume in. Make sure you send it to Miss Michelle Carlin. Once again, Michelle at alignmentadvising.com. And just let her know that, you got this information from Russell of Hotels, because that's just what I do, right? My job is to put information out there for everyone to see about if it's a branding situation, you want your brand out there, and I do things right. So all she did was ask me to post this or talk about it, right? She didn't say, throw the Visit Concord logo up there. But, as a brand person, you always want to represent not just my brand, but everyone's brand. You want to do it top notch, right? So I don't just do anything half-assed, just in case you guys haven't figured that out. So, but I said, no, let me find the Visit Concord logo and throw that up there too, right? So, but it's all about the brand, right? So whatever brand that is, I want to make sure I represent. So there you go. Once again, sales and business development manager position that is open at Visit Concord. Reach out to Miss Michelle Carlin. Just let her know Russell of Hotels sent you. And once again, as the ticker is going slow, contact Michelle Carlin to apply. Michelle at alignmentadvising.com. So there you go. And like I said, I always have something I'm going to talk about, right? Boom. Okay, the brand is you. What does that mean, Russell? You always come up with some brand stuff. You're always talking about, this brand thing. Well, the brand is you, because a lot of times we get caught up in, the brand we work for. The brand may have a big M, a big H, or an IHG or whatever attached to it, right? But a lot of times we don't give ourselves enough credit, right? We don't give enough credit for why people actually come to a hotel. Why do salespeople get business? We think it's tied to the hotel. Well, no, it's tied to you. What's the difference between your hotel and the hotel across the street? They all have beds. Someone, we got 300 thread count sheets. Does that really matter? Well, we only got 100 thread count sheets. Okay, well, all right. We got a restaurant. We serve food. We have a market in there as well. We have a rooftop bar or lounge. The difference is the people, right? It's not the brand. It's the difference. Yeah, it could be it could be an H on the building, or it can be an M on the building. Well, I'm just throwing those, initials out there. But the difference is the people. You guys know I've been to 14 different hotels, right? Been to 14 different hotels in 25 years. Not all of them were all M's or H's or IHG, or there's a couple that there was at least one that was an R, a Radisson. So, but it didn't matter the brand, because I always knew, and I didn't always know this, but I think most of my time in sales, I always knew that the brand started and ended with you, with you. I didn't know about the branding aspect, but I knew that if I took care of clients, if I gave them what they needed, if I always stayed in touch, that they would come back because of me, not necessarily about the hotel. We always think, because we got the loyalty programs, we got this, we do this. No, they're coming because of you. They'll return because of you. They may come initially, I'll just say this, they may come initially because there's an M or an H, or it's a brand that they know, but they're going to come back because of you, because you made them feel a certain kind of way, and hopefully that certain kind of way was good, right? You gave that hospitality, because hospitality goes from person to person. Hospitality is not a feeling that you get from the hotel. When's the last time that the hotel called you? Did the hotel ever call you like, hey, this is Hotel M. We want you to come back. No, hotels don't call you. Salespeople call you. Good ones call you, and they remember you, and they follow up and do all that kind of stuff, right? So we cheat ourselves by not putting our best foot forward sometimes. The brand is you. The brand starts with you. People buy you before they buy whatever's on that building. And a lot of times we forget, as Joe consumers, we see the M, the H, we see all that kind of stuff, right? And we think that behind that MH are actually they own that building. Well, they don't. 9 out of 10 times, the building that you're having your meeting in is not owned. A lot of times, not even managed by the name on the building. It could be owned or managed by the management company. It can be managed by the management company and owned by an individual owner. It can be one person that owns the hotel, and their last name is not M or H. Okay, so if you look at it like that, and consumers are a lot smarter than they used to be, right? So I'm sure I'm not saying anything that people don't even know. But if you look at it like that, the brand does start with you. The brand is you, right? You're the one that can persuade people to come back, providing that nothing got screwed up, right? So it's easier to come back. And I always use this example that I had this a client of mine who's now a friend, that he would follow me from every hotel I went to. So it didn't matter if it was an H or M, IHG or R. It didn't matter what the initial or the brand of the hotel was. He came because he knew he was going to be taken care of from me, right? So he followed me to like 5 hotels until one hotel that he came to, we had a lot of airline crew. And they would, airline crew come in all hours of the night, especially if you have international crew. They don't come normal hours, right? They may come late at night and they may leave early in the morning, right? Well, he's one of those people that, needs to sleep well. And I don't know why he got the room that he got, but, that's beside the point. Well, he was on a floor where there was a lot of airline crew. Well, shame on me for not making sure, he got put in the room anyway, that's beside the point. But the point I'm trying to make is he stopped following me because of that one experience, right? Because he said, what is this hotel, an airline way station? I said, what are you talking about, an airline way station? I never heard that term before. He said, well, there's a lot of, flight attendants coming in, and the flight attendants and pilots coming in and out all hours of the night. What is going on there? I said, oh, yeah, we do have airline crew. And I said, well, what room did you get? And he told me, oh, shoot, okay. They put you in a room that they probably should not have put you in. But anyway, but at that point, he stopped following me because now he didn't like the service, or he didn't like where he was put. I understand that. That's happened. But that was on me, right? I think that was on me, and I take responsibility for that. But like I said, we're friends to this day, so everything's good, right? But the point I'm trying to make is that he followed me to 5 different hotels because of me. Had nothing to do with the brand, okay? So we need to remember, especially as salespeople, hotel salespeople out there, make sure you know that the brand starts with you. It starts and finishes with you. So regardless how they got there, okay, now that you own that client, right, and you pretty much own it, if they're deciding to book something through you, it's because they believe in you, right? Not necessarily the hotel, but they believe in you that you're going to make things happen for them. So it starts with you and it ends with you, okay? So if they leave for any other reason, it's up to you to try to get them back, right? So like I said, we don't put enough emphasis in that we can control a lot of things, okay? And people need to know where we are, where we go. If we leave one hotel and go to another, what should you do? You should let people know where you go. What's the best way to let people know where you've gone? Post it. I see a lot of people that post things, and I love that, right? Where, hey, I just started my new position at XYZ Hotel or XYZ CVB or DMO. I love that. But you know what? Let's take that a step further. Let's do a video and let people know. Let's let people know that we transitioned to this new hotel or this new CVB. This is my new title. This is what I do. If I can help you, please give me a call. This is my number right here at the bottom. You know, something, you know, let's add a little bit more to it than just a still or stagnant posting, which is still fine, but you get more. I mean, studies tell you that the more videos you put out there, the more people get more engaged. And you can show excitement. You can't show excitement with just a still picture and then with something scrolling around the bottom. You just like this. You cannot you can't show people how excited you are, right? But if if you do a video, you can show people, I'm Russell. I just started this new position at XYZ Hotel. I'm the new group sales manager. I handle groups all, 200 rooms or more on peak night. If you need assistance, please give me a call, 310, blah, 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 blah. And, they can see the excitement in you, right? They can see that you're excited about this new position. And if you're excited about it, that means they'll get excited about it. But if you're just like, hey, I'm Russell, I started this new job and at this XYZ hotel, and, you're just kind of, not excited about it, not really smiling about it. Well, no one else is going to be excited about it either. So you have to be excited. Use the product or use the platforms to get your message across, because the brand is you, okay? End of the day, the brand is you. People want to see how excited you are, because the more excited you are about being at that brand, they're going to be excited about coming to that brand and seeing, oh, did you know that Russell is now at the XYZ hotel? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I saw it on LinkedIn or wherever platform or whatever. That's what people want to see. But you just got to be consistent with doing that. And I'm not saying you keep doing the same video over and over again. I'm saying that once you do one, that can lead to something else, right? Hey, we're doing a renovation. Hey, we just got a new chef. Hey, we got a new menu item. We just renovated our meeting space, or we just added meeting space. We just finished another group meeting here, another group meeting under our belt. Client walked away great. You don't have to show the client. You have to tell the client what the name of the client. All you can do is apply or imply that this client had a great meeting with you, right? You can do those things. No one's doing that. No one's doing that. And always you want to make sure you separate yourself from your competition. Always. That hotel across the street from you, who's doing that? Nobody. That's what I'm talking about. So you do these things to differentiate yourself from your competition. Okay? That's the thing that people need to look at more. And I think we dropped the ball when it comes to that stuff. Social media is here to stay, ain't going anywhere, right? It's been around for a while now. Why not use it to your benefit? Because a lot of people are afraid to use it. People are going to say something. You know what? What is it? There's a term that I've heard, and it was like a rap song or something. What was it? Something about if you don't have haters, you ain't popping. If you ain't popping, you ain't popping if you don't have haters. Something like that. I think it's a rap song or something. But it's true. You're gonna have haters, and that's good. And the haters are always people that are doing less than what you're doing. You never see someone that's on top hating on somebody else. You don't see that. You see the people that are trying to get there, they're hating on you. They wish they could be you. They wish they had the balls to come on and do a live, right? Those are the people that will hate on you. Okay, always remember that. Okay, so if you don't have any haters, you ain't popping. If you ain't popping, you ain't popping if you don't have any haters. Okay, just remember that. All right, so don't get caught up in what people are saying. Don't get caught up in what people are doing. Just look at your competition. Do something totally opposite of what they're doing. Okay. And they're not doing any of this stuff, right? They don't know that their brand is you. Okay, maybe they're seeing this video and they may know that now. But a lot of people don't have that attitude like, the brand does start with me. Let me think about this. Yeah, I am the brand, right? And as salespeople, we have to be outgoing, right? Don't we have to go and we knock on doors? Sometimes we get the doors closed in our face. We ask for business. Sometimes we don't get it. We have to spend all this time qualifying business and all this kind of stuff. We travel and do all these, trade shows, whatever. In fact, trade shows, shout out to everybody that's going to Connect in Minneapolis. I believe that started today. I was unable to attend because I had some previous stuff going on, so I couldn't commit to going. But definitely a great show to go to. If you've never been to a Connect show, you need to check it out. So, shout out to some of the people that are there that I may know. In fact, I wrote stuff down and I can't find what I was writing, what I wrote down now. See, that just ticks me off. So like Cheryl and Debbie Vale and V. Oh, that's Veronica Rivera. Okay, she's with San Diego Tourism Authority. Arlette, not your Arlette, not my Arlette, but Arlette. Okay, so Arlette, we got Eliza, we got Marilyn, we got Ronnie. I'm sure Shelby's there. I'm just naming out people that I know are probably there. But shout out to people that are going to Connect. Just let everybody know that I said hello. Russell of Hotel says hello. He couldn't make it, but hey, I'm still doing a live, right? So there you go. But yeah, so just remember when we do all those things, we do all those things to build our brand, right? We may not even look at it like that, but at the end of the day, I hate that term at the end of the day, but yeah, but it's true. Once we do all those things, we're doing it to build our brand. And your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. You hear that term before? There's a quote from Jeff Bezos. Your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. Wow, that's some heavy stuff right there. So just make sure we do all these things. We're putting our best brand foot forward because we're doing these things because we want people to remember us. And when they have, meetings or whatever, conferences, conventions, they think about us before they think about the competition. But if you're not there at certain events, if you're not posting things consistently, they may forget about you. Sometimes we're only as strong or as popular as the last event we went to. So if we don't go to events, the people forget about you. Or if they don't see you enough, they forget about you. What's the best way to get into people or to be noticed by people? Use platforms. The platforms are out there. A lot of them are free, right? Put your information out there. Put what you do, who you are, what you do, and how you can help. Those are the three things you should always let people know. If you're going to do lives like this, who you are, what you do, how you can help. Okay, that builds that brand recognition, that brand, so people know exactly who you are. You distinguish yourself from your competitors in your market. That's what it's all about, right? So if you're a salesperson, hotel salesperson specifically, this works for anyone, right? If you're in sales, it does work. If you put forth the effort, you be consistent, people will remember who you are. Okay, and that's the name of the game, right? Yeah, I mean, you still have to go out, you still have to, send them correspondence, you still have to send your email, you still got to make phone calls, but this is reinforcing all that. It's all about marketing. Marketing is all different kind of things. Promotion, it's all kind of different things that you can do, right? This is one of those things that you can do. Create some brand awareness. Let people know that you're still there, what you do, how you can help them. That's what it's all about. So that's it. So, hopefully I wasn't too wordy. It probably was, but that's okay. But thank you so much for joining this quick little live, this daily check-in with Russell of Hotels. Thank you, Miss Martine Flowers, again for the show yesterday. Once again, if you did not see my live hospitality talk show, which is called On Air with Russell of Hotels, if you did not see it, make sure you go and check it out. Miss Martine Flowers was on there. It was dope. It was lit. Okay. All those acronyms, all those adjectives, throw it all in there because it was all of that. But yeah, she talked about her journey to buying a hotel, a sustainable hotel. And we talked about sustainability. That's what it's all about, right? Especially in certain, like her hotel's in the Caribbean, Jamaica specifically. And just talked about taking advantage of, some of the resources that they have. And I thought this was the greatest thing in the world that I've heard. I'm like, wow, is that what we do here in California? I said, I don't know. Do we take advantage of certain things that we have? And there's a purpose behind why there's a purpose behind the sustainability. And she explained all that stuff. And I ain't going to give it away because I want you to go back and listen to it and watch it. It ain't that long. The shows go for an hour. Okay, that's it. So check it out. I think you'll be happy that you listened to it. But anyway, I just wanted to say, hey, thank you again for joining this daily check-in with Russell of Hotels. I'll do it again tomorrow because I do it every Monday through Friday around noon. So these are nooners. So that's it for now. You guys have a great day. Thanks again.